Hi guys, I'm here. I'm a couple minutes late. I've been rushing, but I'm here now. Hi everybody. Let me wet my whistle. Hi Kelly. Okay, let me take a breath. I just drove, you guys, for the first time since my accident. It was kind of stressful, but you got to get back on the horse, right? So I did it, and I made it home alive. That's the good news. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Chris. Okay, so let's wrap up this bunny hanging thing because it's been mocking me from across the room. So we got to finish it. I was going to change my paper towel down there, but now I'm not going to. Hi, Anna. Okay, a couple of things first. I have a couple of bunny bouquet bag kits left if you're interested in that. Thank you for everyone that bought them. Boy, those were popular. We're working on a Dollar Tree wall hanging with a bunny and two pieces. They're about 5.5 inches square, and this guy's about 6 by 7. Hi, Wendy. And sometimes when I do stuff, like you guys can't find it, like you can't find it at your Dollar Tree or you can't find it at your Michael's or anything. So what I've started doing, yeah, Mary, I'm back on the horse. So what I've started doing is buying several, and I'll put them in my shop. So those of you that can't find the piece that I'm working on locally, you can get one in my shop, okay? And on this I sanded all the glitter off for you. You're welcome, because who wants glitter in their house? I don't. I have glitter all over now. Ugh. And I sand them out like in the side yard, but you know, it gets all over your clothes, and I'm just not a big fan of glitter. I kind of like it at Christmas time, but generally not a fan. Okay, so hi Rosemary and Wendy. Okay. Let me gather my thoughts. I'm trying to transition too quickly from one thing to another. Hi, Donna. So we're going to finish this up today, and we're going to use classic pot transfers on the front of these, and we'll talk about how we got them to look like this first. Nancy says, giddy up. That's right. You're not going to scare me. We'll talk how we got this finish on it first, or before we get started with any more. But what I'm going to do is apply transfers from the classic pots transfer. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There's 16 transfers in here, and they're, well, let's say this is 5 by 5. So they're all about this size or bigger. Some are a little bit bigger, but they're all about that size. Hi Victoria, hi Kathy. I'm reading my own name. I'm a little fried today, you guys. So there's a lot of transfers in this. The very first time I used a transfer out of this, y'all might remember this. Remember when I made the pumpkin with the crown and the wings back at, that's the very first transfer I used. Just this middle one is the transfer. And now I'm just now using it again. So I've used 3 out of there. So I still have 13 left. So this goes a long, long way. It's on sale for 10% off today in the oolalashop.com. So if you need one of these and you want to do this project, you can get the little board things with the bunny, and you can get classic pots at the oolalashop.com. Okay, now let's talk about what we did to get where we're at here. I'm going to angle you down, and so you can see. Okay. Hi, Diane. Okay. Is that good? Give my device time to catch up and see if it's good. Oh, that looks great. That looks great. Okay, so when we started, we had pieces, hold on. We had pieces that looked like this. They looked like this, and they were covered with glitter. What a mess. So they were covered with glitter and like little, had like a little saying on it, and see, covered with glitter. So I sanded all that off, gave it a coat of linen ruffle. Shoot, that dang glitter's all over here. Gave it a coat of linen ruffle, which is the paint that I coat everything with, and decoupaged this beautiful napkin to it. It's just a beautiful napkin, so pretty. Honey. So we did that, and then I dry brushed it. I'm going to hold this up real close so you can see where it's dry brushed. Can you see that? When you dry brush over a decoupage napkin, you get this amazing texture. It happens every time. It's very, very cool. You don't want to seal the napkin with anything before you dry brush over it, because I think that would cut down on the texture kind of thing, because there's little high points that catch that dry brush, and it's just amazing. It's like this little sweet gift that you get. Hi, Carol. So we did that, we decoupaged, and then on the little rabbit, I gave him a little kiss of kindest regards. So he's got a little script across him. He's so sweet. And then this morning, before I sealed everything, because it's best to seal before you apply a transfer. The transfers like that better. Kind of gives them something to grab onto. I took and I gave everything a heavier dry brush of white, just around the edges. I felt like that would, hi Joanne, I felt like that would just be the thing to do to kind of give it some, an ending point. You know, it kind of frames it out in a very, very soft way. So that was just really quick. I just went in and I got some of my linen ruffle and, you know, dipped the brush in it and just came in and kind of went like this and just kind of did a little scrub thing, kind of got it in the corners and stuff. It was real fast, real easy. I didn't overthink it. It should just kind of give me a little bit of definition around the edges. So I really like the way that turned out. Hi, Mary. So that was a good thing. Then hi, Carolyn. Then I coated everything with Polyvine. You know, I sealed it so it'll take the transfers. It just works better that way if you seal it first. So here's, well, let's see if we can turn it this way. Here's the, yeah, you can't see them all, can you? We'll do it this way. I'll just turn it. So here's the 3 transfers that I picked out to put on these. And I know they look super dark. I know. But after you put a transfer on, you can gently sand it and give it a distressed, lighter look. And that's exactly what I plan to do. I found this beautiful little spray of flowers that we're going to put across the bunny. So sweet. Somebody mentioned giving him a collar, which is really cute. Look how cute that is. Like if I just did it as a little collar across there. But I think I'm already married to this other idea, so we're going to go with it. If you have a bunny and you want to give him a collar, it would be super cute. but I think I'm going to go with that. I think that makes me happy. And the way I'm going to build this is I'm going to do square, bunny, square. I'm not going to put the bunny on the bottom like they had it in the store, because this just makes more sense to me. And I'm going to put a ribbon behind it. It's going to be real cute. So it'll still be a wall hanging. Yeah, it'll still be a wall hanging. Okay, so we're just gonna attach transfers really today. That's really all we're gonna do. It's not rocket science, but it's fun to watch somebody else do something, because then you don't have to go do it, right? So I'm just wanting to make sure these are faced the right way, and I want to measure, I want to see like who needs more. There's more background showing on this piece, and there's less background on this piece. And so my first inclination is to put the smaller piece on this one because it's got stuff around it, and put the larger piece here, and the large stuff can go out and fill up this space out here. That's what makes sense to my eye. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's the middle. And it looks like that's the middle, because it's on a grid, so it kind of tells you where the middle is. The transfer is on a grid. I'm just kind of lining this up. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. So I'm just going to lay that out there. I'm going to hold it up and look at it. So, hi, Nora. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then, you know, I'm just going to start rubbing with my transfer stick. And what I'll do is I'll do it this way. I get a little bit laying down, and then this is how I do it. Everybody does it different. Everybody's got their own way to work, right? Then I come back and I begin to lift the transfer, and then I can see exactly what is already adhered and what hasn't, and then I'm not just going over stuff for no reason, you know, like back and forth, and it's already down. So that's how I work. Can you see it? Okay. My big arm is in the way. So that's kind of how I work. So that's what I'm going to do. And I just kind of lift it to make sure it's adhered. This is like a pair of birds in a tree. It's quite pretty. Oh, dang. Oh, you guys. I already made a mistake. Okay, so see how this has wording up top? I wanted this to have wording up top too, but because I'm in a rush, I've misjudged this. So now, give me a second. So now this one's not going to have wording. I'm already committed. This should have come down some, and then look, that was nice and curved, and I was going to put that at the top. Well, not anymore. Okay, that's just one of those things. I get in a hurry, and I get forgetful. And now it's not going to look the way I want it to. It's not going to be perfectly balanced, and that doesn't make me happy. So I'm going to stomp my feet about it for a minute, and then I'll be over it. So bear with me. I hate when I do that. No, Mary, it won't fit on the bottom because I've centered this right in the middle of the little board. So no, it won't fit on the bottom. I'm really not very happy with myself right now because how long have I been thinking about this project? 2 weeks probably. And now I've just passed my opportunity to make it exactly the way I wanted it. But you know what? I'm almost ready to let it go. Almost. Okay, there. I let it go. I'm not going to let it ruin the rest of the project. It's still going to be darling. It's just not going to be, you know, exactly the way I wanted it, but whatever, right? Whatever. What do I always say? It's not rocket science. It's not like this is going to take us to the moon or anything, right? So what, it doesn't have some words on the top. It'll still be cute. Okay. Wendy says, it's okay. It is okay. It's going to have to be. Let it go. I promise not to do my Elsa impression. I've already let it go. Okay, so there's one done. For some reason it doesn't want to lift up, which means that everything is not adhered. Oh no, it's static electricity holding it down. Ugh, it's really pretty. But look how pretty it would be if it had the lettering up top. Let me see. I mean, maybe I guess I could, but then I feel like I have so much going. Oh, wait a minute. There's always more than one way to skin a cat, y'all. There's all kinds of lettering in this. Let's just find something to fit down here. Why not? We can do that. We can do whatever we want, right? Let's do that. That's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. Perfect. It's perfect. Hi, Diane. Hi, Tracy. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so more than one way to get to where you're going. So let's find a little bit of lettering that will look nice down there. I kind of have to hold this over on my lap, you guys, so here, I'll turn that so you can look at it. It's awful cute. Let's see. I don't want, oh, what if we put a date down there? Like there's this thing that says 1888. I think that would be perfect. Just a little spot of something. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put the date down there. Yep. Okay. Crisis averted. And mainly I'm choosing this date because it's in the same font as this, so it's the same size, so it'll take up the same amount of space as this takes up top. So, yay us. Okay. We're back on track, you guys. And maybe it'll be even cuter. Who knows? Maybe it'll be even cuter with that date on there. It might be. Yvonne says more is more. True. That's right, it's a happy mistake. I'm making it work for me. Okay, so back on track. So that's gonna go up there. That's pretty much centered right there. And then I'm gonna take 1888 and put it down here. Oh yes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's the middle. Oh, that's going to be sweet. It's actually, it's better. I gotta say, it's better. Yep. Yeah. Okay, good. That makes me happy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. I have 8 letters and 1 space where a letter would go. So that's 9. So like 4.5 would be the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So about that would be the middle. I always count things like out from the center. I'm always trying to get things centered. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's not always a slam dunk, but I try, and that's the important thing, right? To try. Is that? Yep, that's where it's going. Okay, so there we go. Good deal. Hi, Sharon and Emily and Tracy. Okay. Oh yeah, that's really, really sweet. Look how sweet that is. Isn't that sweet? And it's going to be sweeter when I sand that down and make it less in your face, because it's very dark. But that's okay. That's what sandpaper's for. All right, let's do our other wording here. So kind of angle that the best way I can. Hi, Bern. Carmen. Okay. I always think I can eyeball things, and I'm generally not spot on, but whatevs, right? Okay. That looks good. Has anybody used this transfer before? Of course, it lends itself beautifully to pots. I've never put one on a pot. I guess I could, but I have so many pots, you know, because that's kind of like what everybody kind of starts with, you know. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Gail. That's kind of what everybody starts with, is pots, you know. I know I certainly did. And so I have more than enough pots. I probably won't be making any more pots. This little piece is surrounded. I'll give you an extreme close-up here in a minute as soon as I get it all down. It's just a circle of cherubs. It's so darling. Very foo-foo French. Let's see where we're at here. And when you're pulling up, if you see little specks on the transfer sheet, just lay it back down and continue to rub till it comes off, because it belongs on the image, not on the backing. But that's why I like this method of kind of pulling it up, because you can see exactly where you're at. So that's why I do it that way. Again, everybody has their own jam that works for them. That's what works for me. My arms get tired. Super cute. Okay, there we go. I'm going to hold this up close so you can see. Look, it's like little cherubs all around that little sign. Isn't it sweet? Hi, Gail. Yeah, I like it. Okay, that makes me happy. I'm going to go back and burnish all these, but we'll get all of our pieces done first. Now we're going to do the bunny. And he's going to have this swag right across him, which is perfect. It's like they made this transfer for this bunny. Okay. I'm hooked on bunnies right now, you guys. I promise, well, I want to promise, I don't know if I can, that my next project will not have a bunny on it. I think my last 3 projects have had a bunny on it. So I'm going to try to gently move away from the bunnies. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, because it's springtime, so that just screams bunnies to me. And I actually do have another really cute bunny idea that I want to do, but maybe I'll give you a break and do something else. Or maybe I'll do the bunny. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna lift that up. Oh yes, that's really, really, really good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, Karen, you're right. They both have dates on them now. Karen says they both have dates on them now. They most certainly do. I didn't even notice that. 1863 and 1888. I guess this one will have to go on top, huh? Because it's earlier. Okay, good. So that's a good thing. Continuity, that's always a good thing. Repeating your design in more than one place. Oh. Could you die? Yeah, just so darn cute. Okay, so now I'm going to burnish this stuff so I know that it's down here really, really well. And I'm just taking the transfer and rubbing over everything fairly hard just to make sure all the edges are down. I'll look and see, you know, it'd be really hard to see any little halos on this because of the pattern of the paper. So that works in our favor. Deborah says, keep the bunnies. She loves them. Well, you know, I'm not opposed to that idea, you guys. I got another cute bunny idea. I kind of want to save it for my next Ooh La La with IOD, but that's not till March 30th, and I feel like that might be a little late in the season to do bunnies, because, you know, I think by Easter, everybody's pretty over the bunny stuff, so we'll have to see. We'll just have to see what happens. Sherry just got here. Yes, dear, I did decoupage first. She's asking, what did I do first? Decoupage? Yes, I decoupaged a beautiful napkin that that one of y'all sent me. And, oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And in the minute I saw it, you know, you see something, you're like, yes, that is, I'm going to do that with that. Yeah, I mean, you just know. Okay, so there we go. So now we're going to do the scary part, which is sanding these, which can be scary, but we'll just take it slow. I 9 times out of 10 sand my my transfers on almost all of them, just because I think it looks better. It just stresses them a little bit, and it just looks better to me. They're not quite so in your face. And this has a very soft kind of old world feel to it, so I want to stick with that. So I have a piece of, hi Chris. Thank you, Chris, for saying it's amazing. I think it's pretty amazing too. I mean, how can you miss with that napkin? Ugh, I just can't get enough of that napkin. Okay, this is 320. It's very, very soft. I'm going to kind of rub it together to make it even a little bit softer. And when I sand across my my transfers, I go in one direction generally, and I go slow because you can't put it back. So I'm going to fold this, and I'm just going to start slow over here, and I'm just going to go down like that, and see how much pressure I have to apply to get it to start to lighten up. And what's going to happen is the little, oh yeah, the little high points of the napkin behind there is going to help us out. So if you can see the letters up there, now they've got a little bit of distress to them, and it's just better. It's just better. And I want to go even lighter, actually, because I want this to be very, very faded. Very, very faded. And it looks like, this is odd because I've never had it happen before. It looks like, I can't really tell, and I don't want to say it unless it's true. it looks like some of the dark is transferring onto my board, which I'm not the least bit thrilled about. So I may have to, and I've never had that happen before, sanding a transfer, but I don't know that I've ever put a transfer on something this light before. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue, but I'm going to be aware that I can't pull that dust across the face of my, I can't pull the dust across the face of this. And I'm going to get a nice soft brush to kind of get the dust off of here with. So we don't have to abort the mission, but I just have to approach it in a different way. Because I don't want this to get dark, you know, I don't want the, yeah, there is a little bit of dust that's generating, but that's okay. Yeah, that's the idea, to have a little soft brush to brush away that dust instead of smearing it with your hand across the light face of the piece. Yeah, that was the right thing to do. I'm giving out a 220 because I feel like this is taking me too long. So this is a little bit of a stronger grit. And I can see that it's still not what I want. So let me go into my bag of sandpaper here. Maybe I'll just get a brand new piece of 220. That's asking for trouble, right? Because it's going to be really a lot of grit to it. But that's what I need. I don't want to go back and forth because I'm making too much dust. So I'm going to get a brand new piece and hopefully only have to go across it one time, and that won't make as much dust. I'm hoping that's what will happen here. So this is a brand new piece of 220, so it's quite rough. Okay, that's more like what I want. And I'm trying to keep it right on the dark part itself. I'm trying not to drag that dust across the face of my light napkin because I don't want it to get dark and weird. So this is a good method that I've come up with here on the fly because, like I said, I've never really had that happen before. Good to know. If you're working over light and you're going to sand these things, be aware that the dust that comes off could possibly be dark and could change the light paint that you're on. Oh, that looks really pretty. Yeah. Nice and faded. Better, better, better. And with the stronger grit, I'm not having to work as hard. It's going quicker. Okay, so now that's softened and you can see some of the dry brush through the birds and through the letters, which is exactly what I wanted. So that looks really good to me. Super happy with that. I'm going to hold up so you can see the difference from sanding and not sanding. So the top one is not sanded and the bottom one is sanded. So you can really see the difference. You know, it just softened it right up and it just looks so much nicer on our napkin. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, so let's soften this one up. This has some real dark spots on it, so I'm going to be extra mindful to not drag that dust across the face of our napkin. I don't know if you can see it. See that dust? Where is it? Right here. That's the dust that it's creating. And if I come in with instead of using my hand and mushing it into the napkin, I'm using a soft brush to brush it right off the face of the board. Okay? So just something I've not run into before, but now that I know, I'll be able to adjust accordingly. If I'm working with a transfer on a light paint color and I sand it, I need to keep my sandpaper right on the image itself. Here it is again, in case you didn't see it the last time. Here's the dust. If I take my hand and brush it away, I think the warmth of my hand has a tendency to make that dust kind of dig into the little nooks and crannies of that napkin. But with a brush, see how it just brushes right away? So that's the thing to do for that. All right, always learning. That was new for me. Just so pretty. So pretty. Sonia wants to know what kind of paper is my base and is it a more porous fiber? My paper is a napkin, but it's sealed, so it should not be porous. So I wouldn't say it was porous, but the sealer kind of has like a little bit of grip to it, and that's what the transfer likes. That's why the transfer sticks to it so well. And so what happens is when I drag this paper across here and I create that dark dust, if I use my hand to brush it away, it's the ever so slight stickiness of the top coat. It was grabbing it and making my background dark, and I totally don't want that. So I just adjusted, and now I'm only sanding and distressing over the actual transfer itself. I'm trying not to drag the paper across anything else, and I'm using, again, I'm going to show you. See right here, I created like a dark dust. If I used my hand, I think the warmth of my hand is making it attached to the paper. I don't want that. But with a brush, do you see what happens? It just brushes right away. So we both learned something today. Okay, so now those are both distressed in a really pretty way. Very, very pretty. I'm most happy with that. Let's distress Le Lapone. Oh, he's just so sweet. Okay. And I love this little swag of roses across his little tummy. It's perfect. It's like it was made for this. So you see, I just go in one way. That created a lot of dust. See it all here? But I knew it was going to happen, so I'm prepared for it now, and I can just take a soft brush and brush it all off the paper without it sinking into the paper, and I'm not getting any of that darkness on my paper. So that makes me happy. We could even, I don't know that we will, but you certainly could do it. After these are on, you could do a dry brush over them, but I don't think we'll need to because I think we got the right amount of distress. I don't think we need to do a dry brush over them. I'm not going to, let's put it that way. Nancy missed the beginning and she's asking me what transfer this is. This is the Classic Pots transfer. There's 16 images. It is on sale for 10% off today in the oolalashop.com if anyone needs one. And I also have some of these blanks in there too for just a couple bucks. And I sanded all the glitter off so you won't have a glitter explosion when you open your package. I took the bullet for y'all. I dealt with all the glitter here on my end. Now I'm just kind of touching it up a little bit. I think it looks good. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it. I really like it. Now, here's my thought. And, let me see here. These are my favorite ribbons. I just love these ribbons. My thought was to put the white ribbon behind it and do a little tassel on the end and do like a long wall hanging. And I was going to put one up top and then the bunny in the middle and then one on the bottom. And I think yeah, that's more balanced, more weight on the bottom. And I thought I was going to do it on white, but these transfers still read pretty dark to me. So I'm going to lay it over the dark ribbon and see what happens, all right? Let's try it over the dark. That's my favorite one. I use it for everything. Of course, you know how I feel about black and burlap together. Oh my goodness, you're speaking my language. So if we did it over black, nah, it's too dark, right? Yeah, no, we got to do it over white. Okay, so my thought is perhaps I should do a little bit of dry brushing over these just to lighten them up just a tad more. I don't know, am I playing with fire? Because I got a really good result, but I just don't know. Just don't know what to do. What should I do, you guys? Should I lighten them up even more? I mean, I wish the transfer was in gray. That's what would be ideal, but it's not. It's in black. And if I do even the smallest amount of it, I have to do it all, right? Oh, look how sweet. So, so pretty. I just wonder. I wonder. Because it's dry brushing, so if I do it, I'm not really going to be able to wipe it off because it's so dry. I mean, it's going to be like instantaneously dry on the board itself. I just don't know what to do. What do you guys think? A little bit of white wax. Yeah, I don't do wax, Chris. Wax is too much work for this girl. I just don't. I have some, but I don't use it. If I need that look, I dry brush. I just am not a wax girl. Probably back from when I was doing furniture, you know, furniture's so big and, oh, it's just so physical. So, I think the dry brushing would do the same thing as the white wax. And you know what? I really haven't worked with wax in a long time, so I really don't want to change it up right now. Hold on, I'm gonna go turn off my my heater. It's getting a little hot in here. So I can't let it go, you guys. I'm gonna dry brush on part of it and hope I don't ruin it. I could be ruining it. I've seen you do that before. Wish me luck. White glaze. I don't have any white glaze. I keep it simple. I don't have like a ton of products that I use. You know, I keep it pretty simple. And most things are beige and then antiqued. So, you know, I keep it pretty simple. I don't have a ton of products in my arsenal. And that way I can't get too confused, right? Let's just see what happens. I'm trying to see where would be the least noticeable place to put a little dry brush over this. So here's a, you guys, I'm scared. I'm kind of scared. Here's a brush. We'll put some paint on it. We'll wipe almost all of it off. And you know, it could be amazing. It could be just what the doctor ordered. I just don't know. There's really only one way to find out. Oh yeah, that's totally the thing to do. Why did I question myself? Totally the thing to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Look how that just kind of softened that. You see it? It's just enough. Yes, 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 yes. That makes me happy. Okay. Okay. Whew. All that stress for nothing. And it's super light. Really, really light. I'm just kind of, oh yeah, that looks really good. That looks good, you guys. Just softened it just enough. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, they were still a little too in your face for my tape. Oh no, I spoke too soon. Yes, that's better. See, softer. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so much better. So, so, so much better. Okay, that's it, you guys. I'm going to, Chris's dog is talking to Oliver. Can you guys hear Oliver? It's supposed to be a noise canceling microphone, but I think you could hear Oliver in the next county. He sounds like a German Shepherd. He's a little 40-pound Cocker Spaniel, but man, he's got a bark on him. Yeah, this was absolutely the thing to do. I'm glad I took the chance. Yeah, because these were just a little too in my face. So now, oh, look how pretty, 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 pretty. I'm just going to move these in camera range here so you can see them. Really pretty. Yeah, so I'm going to string those on that ribbon. I probably won't get to that today, but I'm going to take a picture of these today so you guys can see how nicely they lightened up with that wash of linen ruffle. My favorite. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. That makes me most happy. And see, I gave him a little bunny cottontail. Just a little. Okay. So, yeah, Judy, the softness of the dry brushing was absolutely the right thing to do. So, yes. Okay, so that's what we did. Let me get this up a little bit. That's what we did. And now we've got these darling, softly painted. Well, painted. Yeah, they are painted. They were painted, and then we decoupaged. They're just so, so pretty. Very, very soft. Very feminine. And then our bunny. Our bunny. Deborah wants to know, could I stamp on it instead of a transfer? Absolutely. Absolutely, you could stamp on it instead of a transfer. Yep, you totally could do that. I wanted to use the transfer because I haven't used this transfer a lot, and it's it's so pretty. The images are so pretty. They're so French, and they're so pretty. And it goes a long way. It goes a long way. Tons of value on this little guy. So I wanted to use it because I knew that they would be perfectly sized for this. So I stamp everything. I was trying to branch out. I was trying to use some things that I don't normally use. And I don't use a lot of transfers. So yeah, that turned out really nice. There's our little bunny. He needs a name. He needs a little French name. Francois. That's Francois the bunny. And then our pretty little blocks. And I'll put them on that white polka dot burlap. And it'll be so sweet. Debbie wants to know what the transfer is. The transfer is Classic Pots. And today it's on sale for 10% off in the oolalashop.com. And these 3 pieces, I bought extras, so you can get these 3 pieces for a couple of bucks on the oolalashop.com, and I sanded all of the glitter off for you, so you don't have exploding glitter when you open your package. And if you want to make this little project, it's real cute. All right, you guys, I'm done. I'm literally done for the day. Okay, so thanks for hanging out. Hi, Linda. Linda, did you just get here? You have to go back and watch it watch it over again. Is there anything else I need to tell you guys? Let me do the mental check. I'm almost done with all those bag orders. If you've ordered the Frippery Fleur, you know, the 3-bag set, I'm so close to being done with those, you guys. So I would expect that I can get them in the mail by Saturday. So thank you for your patience. If I've stamped a lot of bags over the last couple of weeks, you guys. So thank you for being as interested in them as you were. I loved them, so I wanted to share them with you. And so now a bunch of you have bags to make your little bouquets with. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. Y'all have, what is it, Thursday? Yeah. Have a nice Thursday, the rest of your Thursday. Go create something pretty. Okay? Open those packages. Get your stuff out. I don't want to hear no excuses. That's my new thing now. I'm stuck on that. Like, I want to go to everybody's house and go rifle through their stuff and make them use it. Whatever. I'm a little controlling. Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.